They made it. It's closing day, and whether you were working with buyers or sellers or both, it's a really nice gesture to offer a little gift to celebrate the win, the triumph, sometimes the emotional journey. But when's the best time to give your gift? Let's talk about it. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate. Let's get into it. Closing gifts are a celebration of your customer's journey. And for a lot of customers, it's the first time they've ever bought or sold a house, and it's a really big deal. As agents, particularly when you're in the business for a while, it begins to feel a bit transactional. But you always want to remember that you're holding these people's dreams and futures in your hand, so celebrate their wins. There are different schools of thought on the best time to deliver the closing gift. The first is on closing day, perhaps at the closing table. The benefits of this are it's fresh in your mind and you won't forget. And it's kind of fun. They're at the closing table, you get to give them a gift, they open it up, maybe you get to snap a picture with them or with the gift, and that could be a lot of fun. But the thing that tends to happen is it gets lost in the shuffle. Particularly if they're moving into a house, it gets tossed in the car, they're packing, they're getting settled into their new place, and it kind of just goes off into the background. Another option is 2 weeks. By that point, if you've got buyers, they've moved into the house most likely, they're getting settled, and it's a great touch point to pop in, see how everything's going. If they've recently sold a house and it was an investment property, that's a bit different, but again, it's that additional touch point that allows you to check in on your customers and see if there's anything you can help them with. Option 3 is the 30-day mark. I generally like to hover around this mark because it becomes unexpected. It's a surprise and delight for your customers because they think it's all over and done and they're not going to hear from you again, and a month later, a really nice gift pops up at their door. Boy, does that remind them why they loved working with you and why they should work with you again and why they should tell all their friends. If you go with the 30-day option, just remember, it comes with a caveat. Surprise and delighting a customer 30 days later is awesome, but you don't want them to think that you've forgotten about them on closing day. So make sure that you provide a nice handwritten thank you note at the closing table, or maybe that you mail it just a few days later. What I find that does is makes them feel good, that you're appreciative, but then when the gift arrives 30 days later, they're even more impressed and delighted. Closing gifts are not required in real estate, but I personally find that it can be a really nice touch for your clients. And I always want my customers to know how grateful I am that they chose me and that they trusted me. Whether you decide to give your gifts at the closing table, 2 weeks or 30 days later, just make sure that you're doing something that's genuine and that's from the heart and that lets your customers know how wonderful they are and how much you appreciate them. I hope this provided some value, maybe gave you some ideas on how to improve your business and increase the relationships with your customers. If you did find this valuable, please be sure to like and subscribe and click the notification bell, because speaking of gifts, my next video that's coming out is going to talk about the best gifts to give when you do a closing gift. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate. See you next time.